Hello, it's Melinda from Alexis and Melinda's Art Space. Just coming on today with a bit of a share video. Alexis and I were playing with some new die cuts we got. We ordered some from overseas and thought we'd just sat there playing, and amazingly 4 hours later we were still playing. Yeah, we sat there for 4 hours and die cut stuff and glued stuff together and made stuff, and really don't have that much to show for it. Well, we were watching a couple of movies while we're doing it. So first thing I made was 2 shaker cards. So this is the shaker tags. So this is the first one I made. So this is like the waste that the bit come out of. So I've used that later, and I've die cut a piece of foam, kids foam, and it's green, as you can see it in the middle. What I didn't do with this one is wait until my glue dried until I shook my bits. So some of my bits are stuck around, but I still like it. So all these pieces are made up from some overseas dies that we purchased. So the spider's web, the skull, the tag, the bow, that's a sequin, and there's some sequins in there. So I love how that one turned out. So I put another white tag on the back. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with these. I'm obviously going to use them in Halloween projects, but I may gift them out in racks or Happy Mail. I may use them in Halloween projects. I'm not sure yet, but I like that one because that one's cute. So this is my next one. So just playing around with, again, this one's got foam, kids foam, sandwiched between it, green. I found one lime green sheet. I'm on the hunt for some more Halloween, either orange, black or white of the kids foam. So this one's sort of a pair of glasses with a bat. So I actually stuck, again, this is like using the waste of, you cut the shape out. So I cut it into the tag. I didn't actually I was going to put the foam under these pieces, but I didn't need to. So I put some clear plastics and packaging there. I put green glitter in this one. And I stuck this one upside down and didn't touch it for about half an hour. So the glue dried around the tag, but the glitter didn't stick to it. And I've got some blood drips. That's another design we have, and the mouth as well. So again, this is a tag. I do need to repunch the hole because the hole is not all the way through, and I need to add some fibres to these as well. But I thought I'd come on and share them because I will be, as I said, sending some out and using some in journals. I just wanted to share what you can do with a few simple things. And then we've got a pumpkin die. I didn't do much with the pumpkin die. So this one's on a black tag. This die actually tore on the other half, so I just stuck it half on a small tag. So the tags come in a set, I think, of 5. So it's one big one. There's another one in between this one. I think so. I don't know. And then I did this pumpkin one as well. So this one I actually wanted to do the same thing with the see-through with this sort of thing, but I actually had to hand cut around because the die sat back in, like these 2 black bits of the card come off, which is fair enough, but I had to hand cut a little bit around so you could see the edge of the pumpkin. But I really like how he turned out. I must get a better glue because I've got blobs of glue where I don't want them, but you can't really see them that much, but my glue comes out fairly thick, and if we're going to do a lot of this finer stuff, we do need some more glue. So those were the 2 pumpkins I made. What else did I make? I made another drippy blood one. I love the drips and the fangs. This one's cute. And I may stamp a word here. I'm not sure. So that one's cute. Oh, and then we made a skeleton. So we've got the skeleton cutter as well on the tag. He was a bit big to fit on a big tag, so I cut his legs off. We were decapitating everything last night, especially Alexis. Oh, this one I love. This one is the girl skeleton. And then I put the swirl, and you'll see where the swirl comes from in a minute, and just a little sequin in her hair. But I love how that one turned out. I reckon these would probably look good across a card, so I may use some of these designs in card making. This one, this little spider here is actually the waist. So when we cut one of the spider webs with the spider hanging off, have I got one? Have I used one? I don't think I've used that one. No. Well, it's a spider web with the spider hanging off, and that was waste, so I put the tag die over it and cut it, and then got the 2 little side bits. So that's a 2-layer tag. So the spider is actually red, but he's depressed or indented. So I like that one too. So I was just playing around, and this is one of my favourite ones. So we've got this frame. Alexis calls it a mirror. So I was cutting off this spider web, and I did with this particular one. Actually, no, I didn't. I left it there. I cut it off a white one and stuck it on top because I love that one. I'm loving the black and white. The black and white looks awesome. Then I made, this is the frame with the spider web cut off. So it's quite easy just to nick around with a pair of scissors. And this has got a skeleton body. Would you like to know where his head is? Alexis stole it. Alexis was chopping heads off all my skeletons, doing something with them. She'll show you what she was doing later. She likes decapitating things, that child. So we've got skeleton. So we'll add some twine to this. So another one with the mirror. Really liking the black and white and the purple girl. So this was so much fun to make. I've not sat down and made die cuts like this before. So this one I really love. We've got this glasses shaped one as well. And this is the same one I used here. So this white bit, obviously not white, but this is where this one come from. So I really like the shaker tags. So I like that one. I may try to turn this frame into a shaker card if I can get some more foam. And we decided to play paper piercing with the pumpkin. So it was so funny die cutting with Alexis because she had to have the die cut machine in front of her spot and she had to do all the cutting. So I would place an order and I'd say, can I have this out of this colour, this out of this colour? So that was quite funny last night. So I paper pierced the green pumpkin on top of the orange, which looks really cool in the frame. And then these, we got a sugar skull. And which one did I do first? I can't remember which one I did first, but I'll show you this one. This is a sugar skull die cut, and I've inlaid the purple swirl from somewhere else. This paper is from a Becky Higgins, really old pack. It's not even Halloween paper, but I like the stars. And then I put the glasses on, and then I've inlaid the black shades of the glasses as well. I love how these sugar skulls worked out, so I ended up doing a few more. Actually, this was the first one I did. To get the orange, basically I just stuck the purple on and hand cut around the edge just to back it with the orange, and I like that. And then I inlaid these green swirls, the pattern swirls, which look really cool. So that's where the pattern swirls come from. And I love the glasses. The glasses just fit perfectly on the skeleton, on the sugar skull, and it just looks groovy. So I did those two, and then I did this one. This one's got a bit too much glue on it because I was getting a bit late at night and I was being heavy-handed with the glue, but you don't really see it. It looks almost shiny, so it's not a big deal. This one's got several layers on it, so it's got the orange frame, it's got the sugar skull behind it, and I've actually took the sugar skull and cut off the bits that would protrude past the frame. I got a pencil and just sort of went around the frame and then cut a little bit in. Pair of glasses. I did have, what colour glasses did I have on there? I did have white glasses on there because it's quite thick, but I didn't like them, white glasses with the green, so I put red glasses on the top, so he's kind of funky too. So which favourite's yours? As I said, I haven't sat there and put die cuts together like this before. I'm usually not a tag maker, but I was just obviously in a good mood that worked. So I got a few more ideas, and there's some designs we didn't use at all. We've got a few more on our way, and I can't wait to play with the few more that we've got, because one's eyeballs, and I reckon I can do some fun stuff with eyeballs. So these may be popping up in my Halloween projects. They may be popping out in Halloween Happy Mail. Boo-hoo, spooky, spooky. And these are just done with, apart from 2 pattern papers that aren't even Halloween papers, these are all done with just cardstock, just 210 GSM cardstock I picked up at our local stationery store in Australia, Officeworks. Oh, did I show you? Oh yeah, I showed you that one. So even these 2 papers aren't exactly Halloween papers. They're pulled from other paper pads. So you can go through your stash and see what will work as Halloween papers if you're short on Halloween papers. As I know, Australia, they're really hard to get and really expensive. Oh, and this I've got to twist around again. It fell off. But I've got to find some different fibres. So I will leave you there. This is one of my starting to play with some Halloween stuff. And I can't wait to incorporate these into flip books, tags, pockets, things, and sneak them into Happy Mail. Bye for now.